Good morning. Welcome to first day of lockdown 2021. It is Wednesday the 13th of January and I've got some cats to feed. Priorities in order. I decided to choose a book to read for this lockdown. This particular book by an extraordinary modern philosopher comes in at about 215 pages long. And at 16 pages a day, I'll easily be able to finish it at the 2-week point. I can, of course, effortlessly read more than 16 pages a day. However, I find this man's words, his way of presenting ideas, to be so captivating that they're well worth taking a little bit of extra time to enjoy and ponder upon. I think I'm going to really enjoy my 16 pages a day. Let me pause my podcast. There we go. So, I hate water. Really not a fan. It bores me. Let me put this down so I can get what I need. And indeed, I learnt a while ago that more people in the Western world die of overhydration than dehydration. This 8 glasses of water a day is a load of rubbish and actually needs to be adjusted according to your size, your lifestyle, what sort of weather you're living through. Just top that up. I don't want it to go a single drop over where it needs to be. Perfect. So, despite my dislike of water, I have found that when I keep myself well hydrated, it helps balance my emotional equilibrium. And as I'm going to be at home for the next couple of weeks, it's very easy to monitor that here. I've already had a couple of cups of coffee. I'm probably going to have another lovely cup of coffee shortly. Large cups of coffee. The water in those does count towards my hydration levels. Later in the day, I'll also have an energy drink. So what I'm going to do to make this easier on myself is drink approximately, I did well. I did really good. Can you see that? My screen's gone off. I can't see what you can see. Can you see that? I poured 100 ml to almost perfection. Anyway, long and the short of it, during the daylight hours, I am going to drink 100 ml every hour. It's not much, is it? It's very easy to do. Done. Every day, unless it's super stormy, and the storm only stops this because I don't want to force the cats outside into bad weather, I spend an hour cleaning my tiny, tiny little home. I have to, because with the amount of cats I have live in my little home, as well as the fact that I live in the countryside, things get messy really fast. Every area gets 10 minutes a day. So if we think that's kitchen, living room area, desk area, bedroom, bathroom, and if I'm running to time, patio area, quick hoover and mop. If you watched yesterday's vlog, you would recognize my frittata, which I will be having for breakfast today. And I realized that I'm several minutes into today's journal and I haven't really qualified the lockdown details in any detail. So let's just run over that. Today is day 1 of the lockdown. I believe the way this lockdown is structured is due to run until the 27th of January. As it stands at the moment, all bars and restaurants, gymnasiums and spas are closed. Bars and restaurants can offer a takeaway service. What the government has looked to do is ensure that anywhere that we may possibly go to socialise is not available to us. Following on from that, you are only allowed to socialise with people in your own immediate household. At the time of recording this, to the best of my knowledge, we only have 4 intensive care beds left available on the whole of the island, for any kind of emergency, not just COVID-19. So we really are down to the wire in trying to look after the population and take care of anybody who needs help. According to the current guidelines, it seems that I should be able to jump into my vehicle and drive somewhere, go for a nice walk along a beach, or perhaps cycle somewhere, enjoy the scenery of Ibiza. I may decide at some point in time to do that, but right now, to be quite honest, I'm comfortable at home. I'm relatively safe at home. I've alluded to the fact before that I have my own health complications. COVID-19 potentially jeopardizes that even further. So, heck, let's face it, life up here is beautiful. So I'm just going to make the best of it. I have to be honest and say, right now, I'm looking forward to this. I have drunk over 500 ml of an energy drink while I was out walking. Gosh, spot on. I'm debating whether to have a bit more. I didn't say that. So let's talk about self-care. The humorist in me would actually, no, the realist in me would turn around and say, well, my idea of self-care is prawns in garlic oil for starters, a damn good steak for mains. I'm happy to skip the dessert, but let's make sure there's a good wine to accompany it all. My ideal of self-care. The other thing that I think is really important for me to acknowledge is I obviously live a very privileged life. I live on a small paradise island in the Mediterranean. I have ample food. I have access to nature. I have some wonderful animals that perhaps you can hear rustling around me as I speak, that keep me very good company. And I am fortunate enough, with the clarification that it suits me, that I get to spend lockdown alone, which is my absolute ideal. All that said, I still thought for this lockdown, I would try and think of something I could do. Marvellous. That will be Blackie, by the way. Thanks, Blackie. Oh, that's really great and generous. Here, I'll show you what's going on. There we are. Super. Yes, pause. We love you too, darling. This may not work. I've got one cat on the lovely garden table, and I've got a kitten playing underneath. They may play together soon enough. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yes, this lockdown I thought I would try and think of something that I could do each day that would fall into the category of self-care. Now, I'm not including physical exercise in that. I'm not including the food I drink, the food I eat in that, or any and all lovely alcohol I get to consume during this time. What I'm looking at is something that is good for my mental and emotional well-being. What I focused on today was this amazing body scrub that my sister very kindly sends me tubs of each and every time I ask for it. Now, I probably only use a tub once every 18 months or so. Now, I've just said I'm looking after my mental and emotional well-being, and yet I'm immediately referencing a body scrub. The reason being is my mental and emotional well-being is hugely influenced by cleanliness and orderliness. And when you exfoliate with this scrub, by goodness, do you feel fresh and clean, and it's just wonderful. I don't think, or certainly not at this point in the lockdown, I don't feel any need to use it every single day. That would feel extravagant, so I won't be doing that. But I confess, if for any reason, although I can see none, but if for any reason my mental and emotional well-being should take a knock, by goodness, this would be one of the things I would hope to think to do every single day, just to improve. Oh, those birds are lovely. I hope the microphone picked that up. Just to improve my sense of well-being. So that's my choice for today. Okay, so I did have another coffee. It was very nice. And then I just brought my mug back up to the sink, and I've seen how much water I've still got to drink. No, that's terrible. I think in part, actually, because I'm now cold. It was nice walking out in the sun earlier, but I'm definitely cold. Right, this is today's meal. In fact, I'll explain this, but maybe I'll get started first. Doesn't look the healthiest. It isn't the healthiest. I usually like to do a lot of my stuff from scratch, i.e. no processed foods. But it is winter, it is cold, and I really fancy something warming and yummy. So I'm going to get started on this, and then I'll explain. Well, I'll just chat with you while I'm getting myself sorted. Right, so first and foremost, let me have some more water. Joy. And then I'll see if I can bring you up to date as I learn about my own lockdown schedule. So, obviously last night's video took me forever to edit. Let me just sip some of this. And I ended up having a really late night, and I am very regimented about my sleep pattern. So I don't want to consistently have late nights whilst on lockdown. Point number one. Now let me make some space here. I'll just do all the washing up in one go later. So, yes, I don't want late nights. Second point is at about 4:30 each afternoon, I get quite busy looking after my cats. And that takes up my time until about 6 o'clock. And what I didn't want to have to start doing was at 6 o'clock cooking up these, in inverted commas, tacos, eat them, wash up, because then that would mean I'm running really late on doing the editing. Jeez. You'll have to forgive the sizzling sound in the background. I've got some really nice vegan friends, and you know, I go out and eat with them, and it's no problem sitting there and eating a steak in front of them, but I don't want to rub it in their face that I'm cooking up red raw meat. Not until at least it's not red. Computer, set a timer for 15 minutes.
15 minutes, starting now.
So I'm cooking so much of this, I actually need to use 2 pans. We're going to have to call these my wacko tacos, because it's not really taco sauce, is it? But, oh yes, I'm still meant to explain that. Let me do that. Nice, I just took a moment to rinse these out and get them ready for the recycling. Yeah, so I decided I was going to have to prep my tacos before I deal with the cats, and then, delightfully, I suddenly realised I was actually hungry anyway. Historically, I'm a 1 meal a day kind of person, but over the Christmas season, I kind of broke out of that a bit. Okay, this is cooked. I've got enough here so I can freeze some, obviously, but I will be eating this for the next couple of days, basically because once I open some of the condiments, they don't keep. I can't freeze the condiments. Let me try this. It says it's hot and spicy. I see here on the label, I don't know if that comes into focus, it was 3 peppers. In fairness, it has a little bit of a kick. Yeah, that's not bad. I may not have to add any chilies myself. Although, I do have these. Again, I'm learning the focus on this camera. Jalapeno peppers or chilies, which I'll be adding in. Very nice. Like that. Okay, condiments. We've also got some lettuce and refried beans to go with this. But this is what's just broken my heart. You know, when you just cut through something and then you see peel and reseal. Great. Bit late. Oh well. There's always other ways. Okay. Teaspoon. Let's start loading this up. That will do me very nicely. I have 2 of these. Perfect. Well, those winter shadows, long at the best of times, are now getting ridiculously long. I really wanted to drink all of this water on video. Hang on a minute. Just to prove I did drink it all. However, you have my word, believe you me, that as I sit down to edit this evening, there won't be a drop of water left. Indeed, a little wine might also find its way to me as well if I'm extremely lucky. But that's it from me today. I'm going to go and look after my cats, and then I'm going to come in and edit. We'll see how that goes. It's been an absolute pleasure. Those of you in the Northern Hemisphere, stay warm. Those of you in the Southern Hemisphere, be cool. Those of you at the equator, you lucky bastards. May I wish you all good health and happiness. And thank you, as always, for watching. Little bonus that I totally forgot to mention. I've decided on, at least for the 14 days initially set for this lockdown, maybe it was 15 days, that's fine, I can go to 15 days, that I would declutter. In fact, I'd do a declutter challenge. And so day 1, which is today, I'd throw out 1 thing, tomorrow day 2, 2 things, etc, etc, right up to on day 14, 14 things, day 15, 15 things, etc. It's going to be quite interesting. Yes, anyway, we'll get to that. But today's is basically a vape machine I bought a good few years ago. I've sort of hung on to it. I don't actually need it now. It's a lovely little machine as far as vape machines go. Really great feeling of quality to it. Comes in really nice packaging, and typical me, of course, I've kept everything together. Excuse me, sorry. So, you know, I think I've even got the receipt in here. I probably have, or the equivalent. So it's all there. So I'm going to find out if one of my friends could potentially benefit from having this. If not, then it will be appropriately recycled. So yeah, that's the thing. I'll be looking to either recycle things, give them to charity, throw them out. But that's today's declutter done. I wonder what I'm going to do tomorrow. That's very cool. Come on then, you can walk with me. Good girl. Yeah, let's go. I love you. How far are you going to walk, darling? It's a bit hot out here. There's a very good girl. Oh, you're doing so good. Come on, Blackie. Good girl. A little bit longer. I can always carry you home. Good girl. Amazing, sweetheart. Oh, you're my hero. Come on, darling. Another 5 seconds and I'll pick you up. How's that? There we go. You did really good. Oh, yeah, we're getting to a muddy bit. Let's get you picked up. Good girl. Gorgeous girl. You are beautiful. Look at you. I love you. Good girl. Oh. Come on, then. You want to come up? Come on, then. Oh, I love you. Oh, you're funny. Oh, I love you. I love you. Oh, and hello to you too. How are you, darling? You good? There's a good girl. Oh, thank you for the butt view. Appreciate it. Pawsy, what you doing there, darling? Hello, sweetheart. Oh, pop it. Hello, darling. Oh, I love you. Is it time to go home? Neighbours are noisy, aren't they? At least they're enjoying their time in the good weather. It's okay, Paws. It's okay. It's okay, Paws. Good girl, Paws. It's just Blackie. Look, see? There we go. Now she's wondering who's behind her. Blimey. Suspicious lot, you guys, aren't you? There you are. Come on, Paws. Come and see me. Good girl. Catch you at home, Fuji. Oh, you can't make it? Can you make it? It's quite a steep little downward bit, isn't it? Oh, Crumber, child, Crumber. Well done, Paws. Well done, my darling. I love you. You are such a clever girl. Well done. Hello, gorgeous boy. How are you doing? How are you feeling, darling? Good boy. I love you. Oh, sweetheart. How's your face, baby boy? How's your face? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I know. I know. Oh, you're doing pretty good. Look at that tail up. There's a handsome boy. Well done, kids. Well done.